Hi Aquarius, I hope you guys are doing great today. Welcome to your mid-June deep love read. I'm going to be doing two spreads, one for your partner, one for you. I'm going to be starting off with Astro cards. This was gifted to me from my son's girlfriend recently for my birthday, and I'm loving them. And then also my Astro dice for additional advice messages. We'll end with some oracles. Remember guys, these are general messages. Do not try to make them fit if they don't. If they don't fit, the cards aren't wrong, I'm not wrong, it's just not your reading. Okay, and if you're here as an Aquarius sun, check your rising sun, moon sign, or Venus sign. Because many months we're going to resonate greater with those than our sun sign for sure. But really, you get the best message that way anyway. All right, so let's get into this. Remember, the energies could also be flip-flop. You're looking to focus in on the energies that are being discussed. So for your partner, we have Taurus, we have second house, and we have the North Node. So why don't we talk about the North Node first, right? This is advice that they have to focus on right now. So the North Node right now currently is in Gemini. So this is about them needing to learn something new, take some sort of workshop, learn something new. Because Gemini is the student, right? Gemini is about learning how to tie shoes and ride a bike and something brand new. This also does rule, Gemini also does rule social media or anything on the internet where there is communication going on. So this can be them looking into doing something for themselves in a way that is going to better them, that's going to bring them to a better space. Because I am feeling, Aquarius, that there might be some sort of issue going on within the relationship having to do with something that's going on in their life that they need to fix, that they need to learn more about. You feeling that they need to learn more about something, or not you feeling that, you identifying that, this being a thing, you just seeing that they need to have a certain fresh perspective having to do with some part of their life, and that area is somehow impacting the relationship. Now we have the Taurus energy here, so you may be dealing with the Taurus, but for them, it's time to get back to the basics of love and self-worth. And they really need to do what feels good for them. So we can tie this into the North Node energy of maybe they're not feeling so great about themselves right now, Aquarius, So maybe they need to look into a new way of doing something. Now, it does have to do, I feel like, also with resources, because we have the second house here. So the second house has to do with not only money, how we handle money, and also what we do in the day-to-day to make money, right? So additionally, though, when this is rolled, this is telling me that they need to be reminded that they were born with a special gift that they're not fully exploiting right now. And they have to really tap into what is it that they do where they feel the most in the flow. You guys know what I mean by that? Like in the flow where it just feels super, super natural. And that's what they have to really tap into. Because it's in doing that their abundance is gonna come. So I feel like your partner is going through a little something, Aquarius. Having to do with, I'm kind of getting, because that North Node energy, I'm kind of getting like about themselves, about what they do for money, because that's the thing is, like when I do career reads, right, I always look at this 10th house indicates what area we're supposed to be in, but then more specifically within that area, what are we actually doing on the day-to-day? You know what I'm saying? Like let's say if we have something creative like maybe a Pisces or even a Venusian energy, right, in the 10th house. So it would be something artistic and creative. So, okay, fine. If you're artistic and creative, what exactly in that field are you doing? That would be the second house energy. Are you a painter, or are you an interior designer, right? Because they're both creative. So what's going on there? So I feel like your partner may be at a little bit of an impasse as far as what it is that they should be doing, in their life. Aries energy, nice. I like this. Yes, this is good advice for them. This is really good advice for them, Aquarius, because this is about them throwing caution to the wind and popping on a new path and feeling confident and not being so scared and just taking that chance and being more assertive. The advice here is they need to be more assertive about creating a new path for themselves, because wherever they're at right now, again, because this is a relationship read, I feel like it's in some way, I'm not even going to say creating major issues in the relationship, but it's a thing within the relationship as well. So this is some sort of advice that they need to heed that's going to benefit them. Okay, so let's see what the cards say as far as your connection. Okay. King of Swords. Yeah, I feel like, I'm sorry for the pause there. I was just putting something together. I feel very strongly that this is something having to do with their career. It's not you. I mean, you're the Ace of Cups, and them in the relationship, they're the Knight of Cups. We have a lot of really good emotions here, so I don't even feel like it's you. I just don't feel like that. We have the King of Swords here coming into this energy for them. This is a Capricorn and Aquarius energy. Capricorn's all about work. Aquarius is about, doing something different. You guys are about doing something out of the box, doing something different. You guys will, you guys as an archetype, okay? Obviously, it's going to depend what else you have in your chart. But the Aquarius archetype, being ruled by Uranus, is all about the future. You guys rule the future, right? But you also rule, you're very radical energy. You do things different, and you love it, and people love it about you. You guys are very out of the box energy. You're quirky. You are all of that fabulous stuff, right? But it's about doing something different. And when we have this here, it's not Capricorn in Aquarius, it's Capricorn and Aquarius energy. So it's work, and it's saying, okay, what am I going to put my energy into, to move forward, and then being in this space of really facing this truth, because swords are truth. Swords are truth. It's this recognition that something needs to happen, right? Aquarius is an air energy also. But it's this truth in what's going on. Yes. And how they end up, I feel like it is impacting the relationship. You're going to know if that resonates with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, then you know it's not your reading. I mean, you're going to know what's going on with your partner, right? So we have the Princess of Coins as the foundation. So I'm getting like when they think of this relationship, they're concerned about money. They really are. And this is Leo and Virgo. So this is where I think the issue lies, is that when we have Leo here, Leo and Virgo is, there's ego here, right? I mean, and it's not necessarily unhealthy ego. We all have ego. But Virgo's very critical. Virgo's a pentacle energy ruled by Mercury, but Virgo's very critical. I mean, we have to call it what it is. They're very critical of themselves and other people. They happen to also be, it's also the most pragmatic and one of the most focused energies as well. Okay, so I'm getting in a very pragmatic way. Your partner is struggling with their ego in as far as money goes and what it is that they're doing and how that is impacting their connection with you. Because Pentacles does mean money, yes, but it also means, because it's a relationship read, mental, physical, and emotional connection. So I feel like they're not really feeling very good about themselves, because then we have the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is they really want to move forward in something, for sure. Really, this is Jupiter in Libra. They're very in the head of what do I do to make myself have luck and expansion in this area? Because Libra is ruled by Venus, and Venus is one of the money planets. It's also relationships as well as self-esteem. It's a real combination of all of it, right? So they're in this space of Four of Swords energy is pressing a pause button. So I'm getting that your partner is not doing anything right now having to do with what we're discussing. There's a pause button being pressed. At the same time, though, they are recognizing what they've done in the past, and they're recognizing they're really getting in touch with what they need to do to move forward in a way to bring themselves into a better space, right? Because I feel like they're very concerned about fairness within your connection. Aquarius. I feel like they're very concerned about them being able to show up in an equitable way when it comes to resources. I got to tell you what I'm getting. First of all, I am not getting at all that I feel like you guys have a really good relationship, and be honest with you. So if you're in a bad space, this is not your reading. All right? I feel like you guys have a really good relationship, but I feel like what's happening here is your partner's going through something on a very personal level. It's impacting the relationship, and not in a way where you're not feeling loved or whatever, but it's like this thing that's in the relationship where it pains you to not see your partner happy. There's something in their life that they're not happy with, and it's not you. I feel like it's their career, it's their job, it's their connection, whatever it is. And they're very, very concerned about showing up in an equitable way because, again, justice is that Libra energy, 7th house, relationships. It's that Venusian energy. It's showing up in a fair way with money, fair way with connection, fair way with all of that stuff. And this is very much in their mind. They don't want to be in this situation where like you have to carry the entire load, where you have to carry them, in a way. But the foundation of the relationship, back to the relationship here, we have the Queen of Cups, which is beautiful. This is Gemini and Cancer energy. So I do like this. I mean, Cancer is all about that 4th house of home. It's roots, it's love, it's safety, and it's communicating this. So they're being very communicative. I do get that they're being very communicative, that they know you're being communicative. They feel like you're very there for them. And they're very in their feels for you. Absolutely. Knight of Cups, very in their feels for you. Yeah, beautiful energy. Aquarius and Pisces. Okay, so it's you and Pisces energy. So Pisces is all about that dream space, right? And Aquarius is this idea of, again, it's a future, it's of communication, right? It's cup energy, right? And that's where the Cancer comes in, but it's Aquarius, which is also an air energy. So somebody, them really wanting to communicate how they feel about you. They're very communicative about how they, how much they love you. They're communicative, I'm getting, Aquarius, and they want to have this beautiful relationship. I mean, look at, they view you as this, their Ace of Cups. And they're very excited. They're very excited about this. I feel like they're identifying there being this new beginning within your relationship, which is really beautiful. Very positive. Ace of Cups is a beautiful energy. And that's external to them. So that would be you. Their fear is the Ace of Swords. So again, swords of truth, swords of reality. It's communication. It's this new beginning. And but it's this new truth in the beginning. And they're afraid of that. So I feel like you're dealing with somebody who's a little insecure, a little afraid of something here. But we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is a very positive energy. I'm getting definitely, because whenever we get the Wheel of Fortune, guys, you have to understand in tarot, you have to look at the surrounding cards. If it's surrounded by negative cards, it's a Jupiter energy, but you're not going to have Jupiterian kind of blessings, right? So it's very fate-driven. It's very fate-driven. So, because we have so many beautiful cards here, this is a very benefic energy. The Wheel of Fortune does indicate, figuring things out, settling things up, wherever there are wrinkles in your relationship right now because of these external influences, they're going to be worked out. This is a very benefic energy for your relationship. Now, in the near future, we have the 8 of Wands. So the 8 of Wands energy is a Mercury in Sagittarius. So again, this is about communicating. Sagittarius is about moving forward with luck and expansion. It's about really putting in that hard work, doing what you need to do to put in that hard work. Communicating what you believe in. Okay, really communicating what they need, what they believe in this relationship. I feel like you're dealing with a very strong energy, by the way, Aquarius. Yeah. I feel like whatever energy you're dealing with, they're very, they have a very strong belief system in being very self-sufficient. And they want to be able to bring their own, what they need to the table. So they're really tapping into their belief system here with the 8 of Wands. I really am getting that. I mean, Mercury is communication, and Sagittarius does rule belief system. It also means moving forward with integrity. And it's important that they feel their own sense of integrity. So it's very important for them to fix whatever little element in their life is is out of balance in order for them to feel comfortable within this connection. So I feel like it's less you, it's more them if there's any sort of sense of discomfort going on. But I don't feel like that. I mean, honestly, I have to tell you, that was a very beautiful spread. Oh, thank you for that, because some of the other signs have been getting some challenge, some great ones, and some, well, you know what, listen, it's the way tarot rolls, right? So whatever comes out. But let's see how you're feeling about them and your experience right now. We'll pull your card first, and then we'll roll your dice. We got Capricorn, so we're putting in that hard work. Saturnian energy, putting in the work. The advice here is you need to be their rock. Be there steadfast. That's, you know, Capricorn is, because it's ruled by Saturn. Saturn is about recognizing the restriction, recognizing the necessary structures, recognizing how structured your partner may be in their thinking. Libra is all about fairness. Neptune, all about being unclear about something. And then 10th house. So why don't we talk about the 10th house first for you? This is your advice here. So you know, the 10th house, when we roll this is saying that you're being asked to trust in your own self-sufficiency. And, you know, what would it take for you to believe that whatever talents, gifts, and abilities that you have to offer, A, no one can take them away from you, and B, they should absolutely be exercised. And this is about you tapping into that and showing up in a really authentic way in this world, right? I mean, this is the Capricorn energy. Capricorn is the 10th house, but there's this element of self-sufficiency, right? Of tapping in and really understanding how can you be, you know, more self-sufficient than you are right now. Then we have the Libra energy. So Libra does rule the 7th house of relationships, and remember the glyph is the scales, and this says that it's time to reclaim your personal power, and any place that you've been giving it away for free in the name of being nice needs to stop, because your needs matter too. So you can't be sacrificing, you know, how your needs in the relationship because your partner is going through something. Obviously the balance, the scales, because Libra's the scales, and when are they ever 50-50? Like never, right? So if your partner is temporarily going through something, okay, maybe it's going to be 30-70 for a little bit, 40-60, whatever. But you don't want to get too comfortable in that space and end up forgetting about yourself, right? And then we have the Neptune energy. So Neptune does rule Pisces. It rules that 12th house. And this is really kind of like something may seem very unclear to you right now, but because it's not supposed to make sense right now. You know, but remember, you're gaining some wisdom throughout this experience. There's wisdom on the other side of this, which is what I'm getting. I feel like this isn't, I don't know, this isn't going to be the easiest energy for you right now. Right now, it's mid-June. You know, and not that it's only because I feel like there is something that your partner's going through that's going to end up requiring a lot of support, where you're going to need to sit on the sidelines for a few minutes, right? As far as your wants, needs, and desires. Doesn't mean you guys don't love each other. It just means that, right? Okay, interesting. Yeah. Tower. Okay, Aquarius. So I got to tell you straight out of the gate, I'm feeling like whatever your partner is going through, they're allowing it to seriously impact the relationship a lot. And your threshold of patience for it has been reached. And, you know, going back to the Libra energy, you feeling like you've been giving and giving and giving and not getting anything back. And you feeling like it's time to really just be kind of like more self-sufficient. And you're very unclear, though, about how it's all going to roll out. We have the 4 Cups energy coming into this energy. So for some of you, this can indicate boredom in a relationship if you've been in a relationship for a while. where there would definitely need to be some sort of like fresh juice pumped into it, right, for you guys to feel better about being in the connection. Now, for others of you, this can indicate something in your partner that bothers you, those of you watching me know I call this the checklist card, where you're identifying things that your partner does that it really disturbs you, and it's poking at things within you that aren't settled or healed, or a belief system that you have, where it's kind of going against your grain. Something that they're doing is going against your grain, and it's really bothering you, and it's putting you in this space of disillusionment and disappointment, right? But this is what you're coming into this energy with. Now, right now, though, we're in this Ace of Pentacles energy, so having to do with the relationship. Often this does indicate a new job, right? But because this is a relationship read, I'm going to interpret it as that. So this would mean a new connection, and then it's being crossed by the Six of Swords. So Six of Swords, let's understand this first. The Six of Swords is a leaving of something that's very toxic to a place that's not toxic. It's a Mercury and Aquarius, and it's having the swords are the Aquarius energy. It's about movement, right? Mercury is about movement, moving forward, into the future, away from something that's not working. Ace of Pentacles, ace means new, so this could be a new connection. So for some of you, Aquarius, you might have met somebody new, had some sort of a new connection here. And we have the Six of Swords. Now, Six of Swords can just be mental, where you've checked out, that kind of energy I'm talking about. Now, this doesn't have to be forever, but it is definitely this moving away. Now, we have you, as I do feel you are confused, right? We have the Neptune energy here. We have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is a very deep self-imprisonment energy, right? It's Jupiter and Gemini. And you're really trying to figure out, Jupiter rules Sagittarius. What do I believe about this? Really wrapping yourself up in that. What do I believe about this? How do I feel about this relationship? How can I bring myself luck and expansion in this way? Gemini is all about communication, but this is with yourself. So it's like this self-imprisonment of, how is this aligning with your belief system? Is it? And if it's not, can you do anything about it? Because I feel like you're very much in this space of knowing, Aquarius, that if somebody is behaving in a way or doing something that really goes against your grain, goes against your belief system, goes against what you believe to be the right way to be, let's just leave it at that, right? You also, at the same time, understand that you can't control them. You of all people know that. You of all people, because Aquarius does not want to be controlled. They want to do them. They want to be them. You're not looking to control anybody. But there is also then this recognition that your partner is doing this thing that you really have no control over. And we have the Five of Cups. This is all about disappointment, disillusionment. So we have two, like disappointment. We get the Four of Cups, we get the Five of Cups. There's disappointment and disillusionment in both of these. All right, now this one is about, Four of Cups is about you're coming from a space of recognizing things that you're not liking, and recognizing that it's poking at deeper issues within you that resonate with you in a very deep way. So there's something that your partner is doing, something that they're exercising that is really like almost offending you in a way, and maybe that's the wrong word, but rubbing you the wrong way. Let's just say that. Five of Cups, it's more just simply recognizing the disappointment and disillusionment of the situation, and not seeing the two cups that are still standing, but focused on the three cups that are down on the ground, right? Now, in the relationship right now, you have the Seven of Swords. Okay, Aquarius, we got to talk about this. Okay. Now, Aquarius, you may be in the space of acting as if, and what I mean by that, because Seven of Swords is the card of thievery, right? I mean, you could literally be stolen from, but that's one. Usually, I don't even get it like that, because the Seven of Swords energy is Moon in you, right? It's Moon in Aquarius. So Moon is I feel, and Aquarius is differently than what I'm feeling inside, right? So it's acting one way outside, feeling another way inside. So often this can show up where you're you might feel like you need to play somebody at their own game, okay? Or this is you having made the decision to not really make a decision, and you have this false mask on. You not being your full authentic self. And this is not them getting that it's you, because this is in your position. You might resonate with it differently, but I'm giving you the placements that I pull for the Celtic cross spread. This position is you and only you in the relationship. So I do get that you are wearing some sort of false mask, or you're not being completely forthcoming about something in the relationship. Now, whether it's to keep the peace, whether it's because you're still confused, and I am feeling that because we did get the Neptune die, right? And Neptune's just about, again, that 12th house of fogginess. It's like trying to look at reality through a dirty window, right? So you're just not sure. So you may be making the decision to not make a decision right now, and then just kind of acting as if and going with the flow of everything externally. Now, the external energy to you, now this is not you, but this would be like your partner. We have the Queen of Swords. So this is Virgo in Libra. So this is, communicating with you about the relationship, being very honest with you about the relationship, being very forthcoming. But I don't feel like you are being completely forthcoming with them. Your fear is the Magician card, and the Magician is Mercury. You're afraid of communicating with them really openly about how you feel. You're afraid of what would happen at that point, what would be left to transition, And the outcome here is the Five of Swords, Listen. The Five of Swords energy is an interesting energy. This 5 is conflict. This is a necessary conversation, right? It's air, so it's Aquarius in there. It's you guys. It's Venus in there. But this is the kind of conflict that you're not going to win, Aquarius. You're not going to win, but you're going to be able, depending on how you handle it, you're going to be able to walk away from it with your self-respect, handle it with grace. But it's like, no matter what you say, you could yell all day long, even if that's like where it ends up. I'm not going to say it's falling on deaf ears, but it's not going to make any difference, because this person is very entrenched in their own belief system and their own thought process and their own way of being, and you cannot mitigate that. And that's really what this is about, and because it's a Venus energy, it does have to do with relationship, but it also has to do like with what's fair, right? Because Venus is that Libra energy, it's that 7th house energy, right? And it's also about, is there the ability here for there to be a radically different outcome? You don't have control over that. You're not going to win this one, but it's about walking away with grace. And because I do feel like you're trying to convince your partner of something that you feel they need to see, and you may be 100% right, but they don't want to say it. And that's the kind of energy that I'm getting. And then we have in the near future the Tower. Okay, so let's talk about the Tower for a minute. So the Tower gets a bad rap, right? Yes, it's painful because it means the end of something. It doesn't have to mean the end of a relationship, for goodness sake. It doesn't have to be. But what is the Tower? Is Mars, right? And Mars is about pulling us onto a new path. It's a warrior planet. The Mars in numerology is also associated with the Chariot. The Chariot is associated with Cancer, right? It's about pulling us away from toxicity onto our metaphorical home path and where we're supposed to be. So whatever comes down, whatever is illuminated and comes down in the Tower energy is not meant for our path at all. But this is about something being illuminated, like really like the shades being flipped up. It could be shocking almost, guys. Like seriously, this would be a shocking truth. Something coming out that's very shocking. And the thing is, it doesn't have to be the relationship here. It could be a way of thinking. It could be a way of you realizing, or it could be your partner realizing that the way they've been thinking and handling a situation has been very, what do I want to say? Because it's not wrong. It's never wrong. Not serving them, you, the situation, whoever's having the lights turned on about this, but there needs to be a restructuring of thought process here. There really, really does. So it's the coming down of either the relationship ending or the coming down of a belief system. And you're going to know how you're resonating with that, because something needs to change. Now, Aquarius, I am getting the energies could always be flip-flop. This could be your partner's read and the other one could have been you. You know, you resonate with it however it fits you, right? General message. But I am getting, the way I'm reading it, is that it's like your partner, I'm not saying that you don't love your partner, but your partner is in a space that's more self-absorbed right now, and you're in a space of realizing that the relationship's not working. That makes sense. Let's see what the oracles say. Oh my gosh, too many. Let's take this guy. Friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will improve. Playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together and remember, love is the greatest healer. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. Wow, these are very positive. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together and retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So there's this idea of having fun and just getting back into like fun. So if you are resonating with this, I do feel like that tower moment was a belief system where somebody had an epiphany like, holy cow, how is they being like this or doing this or acting A, B, and C? This is not serving me. This is not good for me. Queen of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, strength. Somebody's feeling insecure. They need their ego stroked. That's okay. That's okay. Queen of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, so I mean, I like this. I like this is a deepening of commitment. This is a deepening of communication. Yes, this is somebody being really open to communicating. Nice. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles, Sagittarius and Capricorn. Somebody who's willing to put in the work, right? Establishing a belief system and putting in the work to really work on that. And it's in putting in that work that's going to end up creating this deepening of your connection and deepening of communication. I feel like you guys are in a weird space, but I think you're going to be okay. And it's really about try to have a good time together. You know, try to have a good time together. Try to really tap into where you guys do connect. And get back to what really, really matters. You know? Yeah. Okay, my friends, that is what I have for you. I hope this was helpful in some way. Thank you so much for joining me. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.